Hello again. Welcome back. And today we are doing color samples part 2, starring greens and purples. Now, greens and purples, awesome colors. And today we're going to do a little demonstration of my colors in my toolbox. And we're going to have fun. So let's get to work. Greens and purples, let's go. I have green gold, which is my favorite green. I use it a lot. That's that. Olive green, which is this. It's a lovely olive color. Permanent sap green. And these three make up my most used. And as a base greens, these are the three. And then we get into the specialty darker greens. And that is Windsor green, yellow shade. It's a more bluish green, even though it says yellow shade for some reason, I don't know. And oxide chromium, which is an odd green shade, but I still like it. Well, you'll see when I paint with it. And purline green, which is a very dark. It almost doesn't even look green, but okay. Now, once the colors have been activated by water, we're painting. And how this is going to go, the wheel on top will have one layer of color, just to get an idea of what the most basic color out of the tube and with some water is. And the squares on the bottom, we're gonna do some layering. So we're gonna go 3 layers deep, just to see how vibrant and rich the colors can get with 3 layers, which is a good frame of reference as opposed to the top, which is just going to be a single layer. And you can, with watercolors, you can layer up to your heart's desires. I usually do 3 layers before I wash it, which is just going, washing it down to take some punch out of the colors. And there you have it, all the greens. The wheel on top is just one layer, and on the bottom we have 3 layers of colors. Those are all the greens I use. And so now we're gonna move on to purples. Let's do some purples, y'all. I'll do all my purples, all the purples that I have in my toolbox. So we'll start round clockwise, starting with permanent mauve. Permanent mauve, however you wish to say that. Then we have permanent magenta. Permanent magenta. Ultramarine violet. Quinacridone violet. I don't know how you say that first word. Quinacridone, something like that. Violet. Purline violet. That's this one. And my base, my first purple for my general kit was Windsor violet. Windsor violet. Now for purples, purples are kind of special. Purples, we're gonna do it just like we did the greens. One layer on the wheel. In the center, we're gonna do wet to wet of all the purples. And on the bottom, we're gonna do 3 layers of each of the colors. Purples usually go on last in any given layer that I'm doing because they're highly stainable. Meaning that once laid down, it usually won't come up. And if you wanted to shift the colors, that purple is usually always going to be present in some form. So I usually go in with the purple last. And I have to make sure, is this what you really want to do? I just make a note of that. But purples are great. And there we are, my purples. Look at those beautiful colors. And that Windsor violet, man, that got really, really beautiful dark purple. And that's that. And so that concludes the color samples, green and purple. I hope you enjoyed it. And for the next one, we're going to do some reds and blues. Look forward to that. And I hope you keep shining. Have fun. Keep working. Practice, practice, practice. And I will see you in the next one. Part 3, reds and blues. Part 2, reds. Part 4, part 3, part 5, part 7, part 8.